All right. It is Monday, August 5th, 2019 at 8:47 p.m. All right, let's take a look quickly here at the weather. We have the National Hurricane Center and the Atlantic. There's tropical cyclone activity not expected during the next 48 hours. It's pretty quiet out here in the Atlantic. There is some storms going below Puerto Rico right now, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. All right, let's take a look at the eastern North Pacific. There is nothing happening right now in the eastern Pacific. Let's take a look at the central Pacific. There is Flossie. Tropical Depression Flossie, maximum sustained winds of 30 knots or 35 miles an hour, minimal central pressure of 1,009 millibars, located at 20.2 north, 153.6 west, movement west-northwest at 10 knots or 12 miles an hour. Let's take a look quickly here at Flossie. Flossie is going to be veering to the northwest and avoiding the Hawaiian Islands. Says here it's going to be a tropical depression as it reaches 8 a.m. Tuesday and 8 p.m. Tuesday as it veers off and travels at 12 miles an hour away from Hawaii. Let's take a look at a picture of Hawaii right now. And here is what Flossie looks like around Hawaii. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit here so you guys can see. Flossie is on the right hand side, and I believe the remnants of Eric are on the left. So right now, if anything, it's going to be rain coming to the area, so not much happening there. Thank God that the hurricanes slowed down and decreased in intensity. Alright, let's take a look at the Atlantic right now. We have some storms going on below Puerto Rico, some storms happening around Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, some storms happening over the Great Lakes right now, and some storms developing over Mexico, the New Mexico region. The rain just going in from the south, developing there. Let's zoom in so you guys can see. You see below Puerto Rico there's a storm there, some storms there, and there's by Florida and the Gulf there's some storms, and then by the Great Lakes there's some storms there, and some rain happening from the Mexico to the New Mexico region, Arizona right there. Alright, let's take a look at the Atlantic. Barely anything really coming off of Africa, so thankfully it's pretty peaceful right now. Let's take a look at the Gulf of Mexico right now. Some storms coming off the Yucatan Peninsula, some storms happening around Cuba, some happening around Louisiana, some in Texas, not too much, and then mostly over Florida and over the Gulf if you guys go fishing over the Gulf. Watch out for those storms. Alright, and this is the storms happening over, below Puerto Rico and the Greater Antilles and parts of South America. Let's zoom in here so you guys can see how close to Puerto Rico and the Greater Antilles that storm is. So thankfully it weakened. Alright, now let's take a look at the Japanese side. There's Francisco bringing heavy rains and gusty winds to southern Japan. Lekima could be a threat to eastern Asia late this week. Typhoon Francisco is bringing heavy rain and gusty winds to southern Japan. Lekima could impact Japan, Ryukyu Islands, Taiwan, and eastern China later this week. In 2019, typhoon season has been very quiet so far. The typhoon Francisco is making landfall in southern Japan, and this could be followed by a tropical storm Lekima taking aim at eastern Asia later this week. Francisco's top sustained winds Tuesday morning local time were about 85 miles an hour, according to the U.S. Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Let's zoom in here to the Japan map. Says 45 miles an hour Friday early morning. It is at 85 miles per hour right now, moving at west-northwest at 30 miles an hour. 60 miles an hour Wednesday early AM as it reaches over South Korea and North Korea. 50 miles an hour Wednesday PM, and 45 miles an hour Thursday early AM. Alright, let's take a look at my Twitter feed. Just wanted to show you a couple of things. If you guys decide to follow me on Twitter, or at least check out my page on Twitter, I'll leave my link in the description below. But here is an explosion, an incredible video. TASS news agency claims a fire storage unit of artillery charges has caused a serious explosion near the city of Ashinsk. Shockwaves were normally invisible, but the cloud cover has captured its movement. Let's zoom into this video so you guys can see this and check this out. Wow, that was a major explosion. That was intense. If you feel like seeing it, it'll be on my feed. Also, grapefruit-sized hail, 4-inch diameter hail fell in Delano, Minnesota on Monday afternoon. And here you see the giant hail, pretty big, the size of a grapefruit. Alright, also tonight's lowest temperatures there for my region is 68 degrees to 70 degrees, 71 degrees for South Carolina, 71 for Georgia, 73, 76 for Florida, Louisiana 76, Texas 76, 77, and 80, California 59, 71, 72, 66, and 67 degrees. So it's pretty much going to be a cool night. Alright, let's take a look. Here also, a newly formed tropical storm is forecast to strengthen significantly this week and pose a threat to the lives and property across Eastern Asia. And you see here, Lekima going to be traveling close to Taiwan and East China Sea. Alright, also huge hailstorms brought sizable hail today as it passed through areas north and west of Minneapolis. This video shows hail slightly larger than a golf ball, around 1 inch and 75. The largest hail reports in the area are from Independence and Delano, which both report of 3-inch hail. That is pretty intense. Alright, also a pattern change will usher in cooler temperatures and lower humidity across the Midwest and Northeast later this week. A cool down ahead, cooler and less humid, coming with the jet stream. Alright. That's this week. Also, the forecast map for this evening. Here you see some severe weather happening in the middle of the country, and then some rain happening on the eastern side of the United States, the southeast. Alright, and also storm has dropped huge hail over Minneapolis today, and here's an impressive supercell all by its lonesome. I guess it doesn't want to zoom in. Alright, but here's the storm if you feel like checking it out on my page. Also, here's the day 1 outlook, enhanced risk across parts of the upper Midwest. So there's going to be a slight marginal risk of storms as the storms get closer to the Great Lakes. Alright. Also, although not expected to last much longer, EX96L Invest continues with a well-defined spin. That doesn't want to zoom in either, but the storms happening by the Greater Antilles and below Puerto Rico has a defined spin. Alright. Also, dangerous heat will engulf the western United States this week, with temperatures in the hottest deserts reaching or approaching the 120 degree Fahrenheit mark, increasing the fire threat, isolated dry thunderstorms, widespread 90s and 100 temperatures, 110s for southwest deserts, and heat-related illness a risk for Los Angeles, Phoenix, Sacramento, Salt Lake City, and Billings. Pretty much the whole western side of the United States. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more. See you guys next time. God bless.